A senior citizen is commonly known as a person who is over the age of 60. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the senior citizen comprised the 6% of the population, or a total number of 4.6 million. With increasing poverty and lowering social status of many Filipino families, this documentary features senior citizens who up until now are still looking for means to support their living and their access to healthcare. To name a few, Ms. Lorna Reyes, 60 years old, has been a teacher for 27 years now. Sir Rolando Ramirez, 61 years old, he works as a vendor of vegetables for 9 years already. Ma'am Lolita Solomon is 73 years old. She has been a beggar for a year now because of unemployment.
When asked why are they still working, they answered,
family income stable and for something to pick on when emergency cases comes in.
"Do you think that your salary is enough to support your daily needs?"
With my present position, my salary is enough to suffice the family needs and for my future savings for the family.
Paminsan-minsan, lumalapat, lang, tawag nito, paminsan, hindi kasi magtumal.
Matumal po.
Pero hindi naman, ayos naman.
Pero
Do you get any benefits from your work or from the government?
Well, we are having aside from our private health card, we have our PhilHealth.
mga SS po.
Ano pong ginagawa niyo? Inalis ka po sa benefits niyo. Ano po ba yung nakukuha niyong benefits niyo?
Mga bata,
Pagbigay sa mga anak.
mga apo ko. Pension ko. Binigyan ako ng gobyerno ng pension.
Pension.
Social pension.
Nakukuha niyo pa rin po ba?
Kaumpisa ko lang last month.
Nakaumpisa niyo pa lang po yan.
In terms of healthcare access, do you get any healthcare benefits?
Well, as provided, we have to make it a point na it will suffice our needs, health needs. Our PhilHealth, it is easier for us to avail. There are discounts, especially in laboratories and medicines. When you are confined to a hospital for certain sickness, we have our card to rely on.
PhilHealth. Meron po kayo PhilHealth. Nakakapag-check up po kayo. Saan po?
Naoperahan ako sa mata.
Kailan lang po? Saan? Ginamit na po yung PhilHealth po. Sige po,
What are the view of the experts? According to Mrs. Jenny Carpe Benito, a geriatric professor from the University of Santa Tomas College of Nursing, when we asked her about the difference between the healthcare benefits from the local government to the international government, she said,
senior citizens, they're entitled to at least 20% discount whenever they take their foods, in any restaurant for that matter. Whenever they watch movies, especially in Makati, I think they're free, in watching movies. And it is also true in other cities and municipalities in the entire country. Likewise, these senior citizens are also entitled to a 20% discount whenever they avail their medicines, in any pharmaceutical company, or like for example the Mercury drugs in any drugstore for that matter. Well, I think what we lack nowadays, although we already have one, the Golden Acres, which catered for those people who are already old. I think the government also should come up with programs by putting up a hospital exclusively for the our old Filipino brothers and sisters. I think it could help a lot, no, in answering their needs, no, not only their foods, but likewise the medicines and everything that they need up to the time that they say goodbye to this world. I think that's all.
According to Mrs. Jennifer Benito, a geriatric professor from the University of Santo Tomas College of Nursing, when we asked her about the difference between the healthcare benefits,
The health benefits here in our country, we have the Senior Citizens Act, which is 32% from all goods, specifically medication. And also privilege of the elderly, usually they'll be first in line, but mainly the Senior Citizens Act is 30% off. While in other countries, usually they have more than that. So aside from the discount, they have also coverage, extra health coverage and discounts. Well, here is only the 32%. And they have more rights, and they have help coming in from the government, especially if they go to nursing homes. We're in here, if ever you are homeless, usually is quite limited because they give you only like a stipend of 500 pesos every month, which is one of the Senior Citizens Act also. And they give you also free vaccination, they give you also multivitamins, no? But that's only for the indigent senior. Like on the other countries, like for first world countries like the US or Australia or Canada, usually everything free.
What can you say about the elderlies who are still working?
I commend them. I think it's better for them to be active because one of the theory of a successful aging is the activity theory. Wherein to grace, in order for you to be aging gracefully, you should be very, very active. I think having a job past beyond 65 or 70, it's more of a plus for the elderly because they're looking forward to something every day rather than just staying at home, and at the same time they have some money coming in adding to their pension.
what makes the elderly vulnerable to this situation?
What makes the elderly vulnerable to the situation?
Elderly are vulnerable to the fact that they're no longer contributing to the society because most elderly 65 onwards are already retired, so they don't have any income coming in and they don't have any contribution or active role in the society, so they're taken for granted. And at the same time, they're quite weak, so they're quite weak physically, so they can abuse you. And at the same time, they're quite demented, like having memory loss. So they tend to be abused by others. And unfortunately, the number one abuser for the elderly is the son or the daughter or other family members. And aside from that, they tend to be, since they're not going out every day, they're prone to depression. So we have what we call your withdrawal theory, wherein the elderly tend to stay at home They don't want to go out because for them they're a burden to their family. They tend to slow them down, and the family who's very very active tend to accept that. That means that it's okay. Lolo will stay at home. We don't want them to go with us because it will slow us down and will be a burden for Lola and Lola. So that's why they're very very vulnerable. But here in the Philippines, we don't have that much laws protecting them. We have the Senior Citizens Act, but it's quite limited. Wherein outside they're being protected in all facets, psychological, physical, especially for elderly abuse. They're very much protected. They're here, we don't.